Chosen one, this is not a casual moment in time. This is not another motivational whisper passing through your ears and disappearing into the noise of the world. This is a threshold, and you felt it before you even pressed play. Something in your chest tightened, something in your breath slowed, something in your mind went quiet. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. Your abundance season has begun, and the reason you can feel it is because your inner world has already shifted before the outer world catches up. Stay with me until the very end of this message, and when you do, write your warmest wishes in the comments and write 99, because your words carry energy, and what you release now will return to you. And if you feel this message is for you, stay connected to this space so you don't miss what comes next. Chosen one, abundance is not first a bank account. It is not first numbers, contracts, opportunities, recognition. Abundance begins as a frequency in your nervous system. It begins as a recalibration in your brain chemistry. It begins as a new rhythm in your spine. The moment you stop operating from survival and start operating from divine sufficiency, that is the irreversible line, and you have crossed it. There is a reason Scripture says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalm 23 is not merely poetic comfort. It is neurological instruction. "I shall not want" is the ending of internal lack. When the mind stops rehearsing scarcity, the body stops producing the hormones of fear. Your breath deepens, your heart rate stabilizes, your blood carries a different signal. Abundance begins in the bloodstream before it appears in your circumstances. Most people misunderstand abundance because they chase it externally while resisting it internally. They say they want overflow, yet their inner dialogue is built on unworthiness. But you are not in that cycle anymore. The fact that you are here hearing this means something in you has matured, something in you has stabilized, something in you has chosen responsibility over desperation. This is why I say your abundance season has begun, and attention, this is critical. Abundance seasons do not announce themselves with fireworks. They begin quietly, like a seed beneath soil, like a subtle warmth along your spine, like a new clarity forming in the prefrontal cortex of your brain, a new decision-making pattern, a new tolerance for discipline, a new intolerance for chaos. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you power to get wealth." Notice the wording, power to get wealth, not wealth itself. Power, capacity, authority, structure, strategy. The divine does not drop random money into unstable hands. It installs infrastructure in the mind first. And that installation has already started in you. You have noticed it. Your thinking has become more strategic. Your emotions are less reactive. You observe before you respond. You are no longer easily impressed. Your standards have risen. That is abundance activating in your cognition. Let me introduce you to a sacred process for this season. Tonight, before you sleep, place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your lower abdomen. Boom your breathing until your exhale is longer than your inhale. As you breathe, say internally, "I release lack, I receive structure." Do this for exactly 3 minutes. No phone, no distraction, just breath and awareness. What you are doing is regulating your vagus nerve. You are telling your body it is safe to expand, because expansion requires safety. Chosen one, your spine is not just bones. It is a vertical antenna. Your thoughts travel upward. Your intention travels downward. When your spine is aligned and your breath is steady, your decisions become cleaner, and clean decisions compound into wealth. Abundance season is not lottery thinking. It is alignment thinking. Proverbs 10:22 says, "The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and He adds no sorrow with it." Look at that carefully. No sorrow with it. That means this abundance does not come with chaos, not with anxiety, not with self-sabotage. This is structured prosperity, sustainable increase, wealth that does not collapse under its own weight. And this is why attention is required. Because when abundance begins, distractions also increase. Old habits will test you. Old relationships may reappear. Old fears may whisper. But you are not the same nervous system you were last year. You are not the same mind. You are not the same frequency. Something irreversible has shifted. You have moved from asking, "Will it happen?" to knowing it is unfolding. That knowing changes your posture. Your walk slows down. Your words become fewer but sharper. Your presence becomes heavier. People will not understand what changed, but they will feel it. And here is the hidden truth. Abundance is attracted to internal order. Chaos repels it. Discipline magnetizes it. So begin this second sacred practice. Every morning for the next 7 days, write one sentence on paper. Today I operate from overflow, not survival. Writing it by hand creates neural reinforcement. The brain encodes what the hand repeats. The repetition forms identity. Identity produces behavior. Behavior produces outcome. This is not superstition. This is spiritual neuroscience. The masses will chase signals. You will build substance. The masses will react emotionally. You will respond strategically. The masses will complain about timing. You will prepare for stewardship. And here is the mirror effect. The more you prepare internally, the more opportunities appear externally. The more stable your heart rhythm becomes, the more stable your finances become. As within, so without. Chosen one, not everyone is ready for abundance. Many ask for it but are psychologically addicted to lack. They find comfort in struggle because struggle defines them, but you are shedding that identity. You are no longer the one who hopes for rescue. You are the one who builds structure. You are the one who carries capacity. Your abundant season has begun, not as hype, not as fantasy, but as identity transformation. And this is only the beginning. Chosen one, the shift has already moved deeper than you realize. What began as a subtle internal alignment is now rooting itself into your subconscious architecture. You are not just thinking differently, your brain is wiring differently. Neural pathways that once lit up around fear and hesitation are dimming. Circuits connected to clarity, patience, and long-term vision are strengthening. This is not motivation. This is transformation. Abundant season is not an emotional high. It is structural reformation. When Romans 12:2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind," it is not speaking in metaphor alone. Renewal is neurological. It is the deliberate interruption of old mental loops. It is the replacement of scarcity narratives with covenant consciousness. When your mind renews, your nervous system recalibrates. When your nervous system recalibrates, your decisions become elevated, and elevated decisions compound into multiplied outcomes. You may have noticed something recently: a quiet detachment from panic. Situations that would have shaken you before now feel manageable. Deadlines feel strategic instead of threatening. Silence feels productive instead of empty. This is evidence. This is internal abundance stabilizing your system. Attention. Abundance requires containment. If water has no container, it floods and destroys. If electricity has no wiring, it burns and damages. In the same way, financial increase without emotional regulation creates collapse. That is why your season began internally first. You were not given overflow before discipline. You were not given expansion before clarity. Your breath is part of this process. Right now, as you listen, notice your breathing pattern. Is it shallow? Is it tight? Abundance consciousness requires diaphragmatic breathing. Slow inhalation through the nose, controlled exhale through the mouth. When your breath deepens, your amygdala quiets. Fear reduces. Creative cognition increases. This is why the ancient texts speak so often of breath, ruach, spirit, wind. Breath is the bridge between the physical and the unseen. Genesis says that life entered Adam through breath. That is not just origin story, it is instruction. Your abundant season requires conscious breath, because breath regulates blood. Blood carries oxygen. Oxygen fuels the brain. The brain makes decisions. Decisions shape destiny, and your destiny is not random. Psalm 1 describes a person like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season. Notice the phrase, in season. There is timing embedded in design. A tree does not force fruit in winter, it strengthens its roots. And when the appointed season arrives, fruit appears naturally. You are not forcing abundance, you are entering it. This is why urgency is replaced by authority. Desperation is replaced by patience. You are no longer chasing opportunities blindly. You are evaluating them. You are measuring them. You are asking, does this align with my structure? That question alone reveals growth. Here is the sacred process for this part. For the next 5 days, eliminate one unnecessary expense, one unnecessary distraction, and one unnecessary complaint. Just one of each. This is not about deprivation, it is about signal clarity. When you reduce noise, you amplify direction. When you remove small leaks, you strengthen containment. You are building internal capacity for external expansion. And here is the hidden layer. Your spine carries electrical signals from your brain to your body. When you stand upright, shoulders back, chin level, you communicate authority to your own nervous system. Try this now. Straighten your posture, lift your chest slightly. Notice how your breath changes. Notice how your thoughts sharpen. Your body posture influences your perception of opportunity. This is why abundant season feels different. It feels grounded, not euphoric, grounded, not chaotic, steady. Ecclesiastes says, "To everything there is a season." The world often interprets that passively, but spiritually it means preparation meets timing, and timing has met you. You are not early. You are not late. You are aligned. Some people around you may not sense the shift. They may still speak from limitation. They may project their fears, but you are not required to shrink your expansion to comfort their uncertainty. Abundance does not apologize for existing. It flows according to structure, and structure is what you are becoming. You are becoming someone who tracks numbers calmly, someone who negotiates with composure, someone who invests with discernment, someone who saves without fear, someone who gives without anxiety. That is abundance maturity. And here is the mirror effect. As you regulate your inner environment, the outer environment stabilizes. Opportunities begin to recognize you. Conversations change tone. Doors that once felt closed feel slightly unlocked, not dramatically, subtly. And subtle shifts are more sustainable than sudden explosions. Remember this, wealth is not just currency, it is clarity, it is timing, it is influence, it is stamina, it is discernment. Your blood is carrying a new signal. Your breath is carrying a new rhythm. Your thoughts are carrying a new standard. Chosen one, your abundant season has begun. And it is not reversible because identity shifts do not reverse easily. Once you see clearly, you cannot return to blindness. Once you operate from overflow internally, survival mentality feels foreign. This transmission continues. Chosen one, the line has been crossed, not in noise, not in spectacle, but in silence. And that is why it is permanent. Your abundant season did not begin with applause. It began with alignment. It did not begin with money. It began with mastery. And now you understand something that many never will. Abundance is not something you chase. It is something you become. The irreversible shift happened the moment your nervous system stopped reacting to lack as if it were truth. The moment your breath stopped tightening at the word risk. The moment your mind began evaluating instead of fearing. That was the activation. And here is the deeper layer. Abundance is stewardship of frequency. The heart produces an electromagnetic field measurable several feet beyond the body. Science confirms this. When your heart rhythm is coherent, when your breath is steady and your emotions regulated, your decision-making becomes precise. Precision compounds. Compounding builds wealth. Wealth builds influence. Influence builds legacy. This is not hype. This is structure. 2 Corinthians 9:8 says, "And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work." Notice the repetition. All things, all times, all that you need. This is not chaotic overflow. This is sustained sufficiency. It is abundance that empowers action, not indulgence. You were never meant to carry wealth with anxiety. You were never meant to carry influence with insecurity. You were never meant to carry opportunity with fear, and now you don't. Your brain has shifted from scarcity loops to strategic loops. Your spine carries steadiness instead of tension. Your breath flows without resistance. Even your blood, oxygenated through calm, signals clarity to your cells. Abundance is biochemical as much as it is spiritual. You may begin noticing subtle confirmations, unexpected clarity, strategic conversations, opportunities that align instead of confuse, people responding differently to your presence. This is not magic, this is coherence. When internal coherence rises, external order follows. The final sacred process for this transmission is simple but powerful. Every night for the next 30 days before sleeping, sit upright in stillness for 3 minutes. No requests, no affirmations, no asking, just awareness. Observe your breath, feel your heartbeat, sense your spine, and internally say only this: I am entrusted with increase. Not I want increase, not I hope for increase. I am entrusted with increase. This shifts you from seeker to steward, because abundant season is not about receiving more. It is about becoming someone who can hold more without collapsing. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Guard your heart does not mean isolate it. It means regulate it. Protect your internal climate, because everything flows from it, including wealth. Here is the mirror truth. As your heart stabilizes, your finances stabilize. As your mind sharpens, your opportunities sharpen. As your posture strengthens, your negotiations strengthen. You are not waiting for abundance. You are expressing it. And attention, this is critical. Do not mistake calmness for stagnation. Quiet growth is still growth. Root expansion is invisible but powerful. A tree does not announce when its roots deepen, yet that is what determines how high it can rise. Your roots are deep now. You no longer measure your worth by immediate results. You measure by consistency, by discipline, by clarity, by capacity. This is maturity. This is stewardship. This is abundance. And because identity has shifted, reversal is unlikely. Once the nervous system learns safety and expansion, it does not easily return to fear-based contraction. Once the mind learns strategic thinking, it does not crave chaos. Once the heart learns regulation, it does not romanticize instability. You have entered a season of structured overflow, not reckless, not ego-driven, not fragile, structured, stable, sustainable. There will be moments that test this stability. Distractions will surface. Comparisons may whisper, but you now operate from a different center. You respond instead of react. You evaluate instead of panic. You build instead of chase. That is abundance authority. And here is the final truth. Abundance is not just for accumulation. It is for impact. It is for building, blessing, expanding, strengthening. It is for becoming a pillar instead of a seeker. You are no longer trying to prove you deserve more. You are preparing to distribute wisely what you receive. This is the difference. Your abundant season has begun. Your internal structure confirms it. Your breath confirms it. Your discipline confirms it. And as long as you guard your heart, regulate your mind, and steward your increase, this season will not collapse under pressure. The transmission does not end in hype. It ends in certainty. You are aligned.